Phone's on loud
It's
as
just a
possible.
notification, everyone.
Ding.
It's telling me to go to sleep at a certain time tonight.
Is it? What
Yeah.
time?
11 o'clock, but it's probably not going to happen, is it?
Don't know.
You guys like my cheesecake?
It was good cheesecake.
Thanks. You know how hard it is to drive here. 3 plates of cheesecake.
Three plates. Did you eat one before I got here?
One was for Nikita
Oh, yeah. You put Nikita's
with
on.
with a mug of coffee, tripping on
I don't know.
Especially-
how did you drive with a mug of coffee?
Especially because you don't utilize
well.
the rest of your car. You put everything in your lap, as we learned a few episodes ago.
That's right. I meant to chuck in the back of the ute. Just let it do its thing.
Yeah.
Cops pull me over. You didn't tie your load down. I actually
What?
strapped
Yeah,
my
when you talked
cheesecake
about
up.
that, I don't remember this.
Do you remember?
No.
When you got here with like,
What was it?
I forget. Oh, you had like that big can.
Oh, yeah, it was a can of beer.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't hold it. You put it in between your legs.
Put it in between your legs. And then we're like, do you put your groceries and shit there? He's like, where else am I meant to put it?
Well, my theory was my legs will hold it. But if I put it like on my chair and I slam my brakes on or I turn a corner too fast, the can will fall and bust open.
Yeah, okay.
Like, all of that is logical.
It is
No.
logical. if
Yeah.
you
Like,
sort of
name
think
name
about
one
it.
unlogical thing about it.
Put it in the cup holder.
What if it doesn't
Ooh,
fit?
that
Because
is a good one.
they don't make cup holders to cater for
Well,
giant cans of beer.
Some-
What are you talking about?
Sometimes if I'm driving and I take the first corner and like it starts to roll on the passenger seat, I'll just pick it up and rotate it because it's very uncommon that I'm going to slam my brakes and it's going to roll that way.
You don't drive like me.
Driving
Just like if
There's
I
no way you couldn't put that can in a cup holder.
if I like rear end a parked car at 100 k's an hour, I
Yeah.
don't want to spill my drink.
it's in a closed can.
Yeah, but you know,
I want to put it between my legs so when I step on the brake, it can fall out underneath
Yeah.
the pedal and I can't brake.
you underestimate my thigh strength.
I've got a lot of space in between there.
I'll break your jaw.
Oh, so everyone saw our new additions tonight.
Your puppy chickens. What are they called?
Yeah, I
Puppies.
said I might as well wait to tell you when we're on the air.
Live from the garage.
No, so Parker's daycare did the whole chicken hatching program thing.
Yeah.
So my mum's got chickens at her house.
Is that a seasonal thing? Or you can just do chickens whenever?
anytime.
Yeah,
You
I
can
don't
plant
know.
them in spring and shit.
Tara's been trying
Plant
to do
them.
it.
Who's planted the chickens?
Where did I bury those chickens again?
Hey, side note, the kids were watching a documentary today, which I also found out Weston says documentary wrong. He says
What a fuck.
he says documentary.
Says that exactly right?
No, he says documentaries, and I'm like, who's documentaries?
Okay.
And then I've turned it too much into a joke that started to get cut, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. You say it
Well,
properly.
When they
can't make fun of him for how he says shit.
when my kids say like words wrong and it's cute, I mimic them, and I always just call thing because Josh can't say B. He says, oh no, he can't say V. He just says everything with a B. So he's like, I want to watch TB. So I just call it TB. So I'm like reinforcing the
Bad.
wrong
Yeah,
words.
it's
Yeah,
bad.
it's not bad.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be
Hopefully
like,
it
oi,
works.
speak right.
Hopefully
We
he learns
definitely
it.
did that. We're like, no, that's not how you say it.
I'm fucking my kid up bad.
Yeah. He'll get to high school and be like, can I see your vagina? Anyway, back to the chickens. My mum has chickens, and as you know, she works at the childcare centre.
Yeah.
So she's like, hook this loophole up. So we're basically like committing a felony right now.
I'm so glad that the kids can enjoy the chickens while you have them in your
No, so
bedroom.
the chicken people said once they hatch, we'll come back and get all the chickens and take them back and rehouse them.
Yeah.
But if you, once they've hatched, you can give them away to families within the centre if they want new chickens. So my mum's like, I want new chickens. And my son's a parent at the centre. So if I say he wanted them, and then they can just stay at his house for a week and then they can come to my house.
Right.
So she's like rorting the system through me.
Is she
Yeah.
though?
And which childcare is this?
I don't
Apparently, like you can only get those chickens, the hatch chicken things, if you're homeschooling or a school or a daycare center. Because Tara tried
really?
to do it, and they're like, "No, we can't give them to you."
Oh, just as like a general house thing. Yeah, right.
She was like, "Oh, I'd want the kids to like do it and see it, and then we can give them back because we don't have the space to keep chickens."
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, you can't." I'm like, "Okay."
Because, back on the documentary thing. Do you know how long an elephant's pregnant for?
2 years.
It's like 4 years or something.
Yeah, 22 months. Okay. So like just under 2 years.
Holy shit.
I thought that was crazy.
Proportional to size.
Yeah. And it says it's got like more function and stuff to develop or something.
Yeah, that's a long time of.
What were you watching?
Imagine being married to that elephant.
Some documentary on Disney Plus. I can get the name for you tomorrow if you'd like to learn about elephants.
I do.
What sounds an elephant make?
Hey.
What the fuck sound does an elephant make?
Are you kidding?
Yeah, no, like Josh is at the point now and he's like, what sounds a carrot make? He just says any object. And
Carrot?
Yeah, like anything. He's like, what's a t-shirt make? I'm like, I don't know. But he got animal books and he asked me what the elephant makes and I'm just like, I'm like, I don't know. Fuck, how do you do an elephant noise?
Wait, you know how you have this thing called a phone? You can like search what sound it makes and play it.
Yeah, but like it's bedtime. I'm not going to bust my phone out.
Why?
He wants to watch Blippi. Yeah. We're in the backyard yesterday and because we got 3 chickens fully grown that we didn't steal.
Show off.
Yeah, we actually bought them.
Wow.
Anyway.
From the childcare centre.
Yeah.
And because there's 3 of them, they all look the same. You got little rings that you can put around their legs and they're 3 different colours. And one of them was just standing there on one leg.
Just shackle.
Shackles. Yeah. It was just standing on one leg. And like, that's weird. And then started walking. He was like limping real bad. And it's weird to see a chicken limp because they limp like a human would.
Okay.
And we're like, fuck, what's wrong with this? So he picked up the chicken and the leg.
Let me guess you did it on too tight and he fucked his leg up.
That wasn't my fault.
Wow. Stealing chickens all of a sudden isn't so bad, is it? That tortures these chickens.
Ring binding. So, I know it's.
Lay!
He's an old Chinese lady that tied his kid's foot up so it was all mangled and fucked.
Oh, racist.
What do you mean racist? That happened.
You've got a Chinese card, it's all right. Yeah, so the other chickens were fine. We must have fucked that. No, well, I think she had a cut on her leg and it must have been, or it must have just worn into like a little wound from the ring. And it just grew around it. And so this ring was literally halfway through its leg. I'm like, what the fuck? So we checked the other ones and they were fine. So we cut those rings off. So then we had to run that one to the vet. Oh, Katie rang the vet. It was like 4 o'clock in the arvo. I'm like, just ring them tomorrow. We'll just take him down. So they rang the vet and they're like, get her down now because if it gets infected, it could die like in 24 hours.
Plus we haven't met our quota for the day.
Yeah. It was only $80 and they just cut it off.
How could you cut it off?
Oh, because it was like scabbed over it. It kind of looked like it had grown over. And I'm like, oh my God.
He hasn't worked for a week, so he's a bit shaky with the grinder.
Yeah, so that was.
I'm impressed.
It was only $80.
Back on the was there anything else you wanted to add? I just remembered a story when you were paying out Asian people.
Oh, yeah. I want to hear this.
We were shopping. We did the groceries last week, and we were down like the what is it? Like the toiletries aisle, I guess. And they got like the medicines and shit like that. And Nikita was looking at something for ages, and it was opposite like the condoms and lubes and shit. And before we even got in the aisle, there was like this Asian man looking at the lubes and shit. And I noticed it, and he was so uncomfortable, and he was like pretending to go and look at other shit, and like
He turns and he's like looking at tampons.
and he's like I was just watching him, but Nikita was like genuinely looking for something, and I was like giggling, and then and then he just like instead of going to another aisle for like 5 minutes, he just kept pretending to look at different medications, but like
don't make it in my size.
Oh my
but
God.
still like eyeing off like what he wants to get, and then we like walked away.
You know what the boss move would have been? Grab something and give it to him. Yeah.
Rainbow,
I've
mate.
used this before.
I recommend this one.
Yeah.
It goes around the base. Batteries included.
What grocery store do you go to?
The other day, James was like, since Ash stopped drinking, he's like been more filtering of what he says. Not at all.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Don't sniff my coffee.
Funny.
So what happened? Did he pick one or?
Never got
Walked
to
away.
see. Never got to see. I got
Why?
to that.
How can you not stay and figure out
I
what
gave him one
happened?
last look as we were like turning out of the aisle.
Do you need help with that, mate?
And then I told
kid
Nikita, and Nikita actually wanted to go back and like watch him as well because she missed out on the whole thing.
There's like 7 people in the aisle just staring at him. And he pulls one packet off the shelf and he sees eyes behind it just staring. And then everyone's just like,
or he pulls one off and it's just a domino effect. They all fall down. He starts panicking, just jamming them in.
the whole aisle collapses on top of him. He's like, help him in. What's so funny? This is a good impression.
It was a good impression.
I'm a man of impressions.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Oh, fuck. Another thing that happened the other day, I had to do the school pickup. So I picked Westy up first from like school, and then we did the daycare pickup after. And in the time we went to daycare, picked him up, Parker's daycare teacher was walking home, and she was like almost at the traffic lights. So I'm like, oh, boys, there's Parker's teacher. And they're like going nuts in the back seat. They're like, oh, that's so cool. And I'm like, what if we put the windows down and you guys like wave to her as we drive past? They're like, yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm the coolest dad ever. So I put both passenger side windows down, and as we're like, the light turns green and she's right on the corner, like, because she's turning the same way we're turning, but obviously walking. So I slowly go around the turn, and I'm full like leaning down, like with the biggest like grin on my face, waving.
Shit-eating grin.
And I'm waiting for the kids to like yell out like, hey, Miss Sarah. And then like there's just nothing. And then she's just looking at me like being super over the top, like waving and shit. And the kids are just looking. Yeah. The kids are just looking straight through the fucking front windscreen. And I'm like, oh my God.
Why didn't you say something?
What? I just pull up, stop all the traffic and be like, well, they were meant to talk as well.
No, not to her, you idiot, to your kids.
I did
like,
after we left. I was like, what the
like,
fuck was that?
Oh, Dad, it wasn't her.
Why not while you were doing it? Say hi. Not
Just
dead silence.
That'd be even. I feel like that would make me look even more like a predator. No. So I was like, "Say hi, kids."
No.
You're making me look weird. So I just copped it. No,
Saying nothing is
haven't done pickup again.
way
yet.
better.
And from then, Westy failed everything.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your dad?
Doesn't. I sent something. You're gonna have to open Messenger up on here. I've been saving it and I haven't opened it.
I used to hate seeing teachers out of school because
Yeah.
you'd humanize them. You're like, fuck,
I used to love it.
you've got hobbies and shit.
Yeah. It's
Now I
weird,
can't
eh?
be mean to you.
Like, what's your password?
Fuck, you could have given me like a heads up.
Well, I didn't know. I thought I could freaking do it, and I decided this is.
I actually don't even remember my password.
Is it 1, 2, 3?
Let's have a look. Bear with us.
Anyway,
Oh, what is that?
what's up? Don't look. We're gonna look together.
Oh, really?
I haven't watched it yet. I've been saving it to watch with you guys.
Oh,
Here
so
we go.
it could be anything.
Huh?
YouTube companion.
I got it sent in another group chat,
Fuck yeah.
and then I got one more that I think that we can lighten the mood with after this if it's bad.
Oh, that sounds great.
I like how your
Yeah.
your pencil looks like one of those retro pencils.
Yeah, it's
with
cool.
an
Eh?
eraser.
I haven't seen that one.
It's a sticker. It's not. It's an
Oh,
it's just
cool.
a pencil with a sticker on it.
Wait, is it made of rubber?
Oh my god!
Wait.
He did the exact same thing.
So what are we watching here?
1 sec.
Two
I'm just
ads or
gonna
one?
It's a video.
Hang on.
Have you paid?
Don't skip. I like this ad.
Hang on.
No.
Hang on.
Have you paid for YouTube yet?
Up
No,
to
but
$800
I'm
off
actually-
Booper.
Nikita and I were talking about that the other day. We're going to commit. We're going to do it.
What are you dropping for it?
Undecided.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just drop nothing.
It's undecided.
You mean drop nothing?
Drop nothing.
It's only
Whoa.
like $6 a fucking year.
Jeez.
Now, how much is
Crazy.
it?
You were the one we had to twist your arm the other week about like dropping something.
Yeah, nah. Can't.
Yeah, nah, yeah,
Huh?
nah.
I need it though. I need everything.
All right.
And I can't afford everything.
We started watching this.
Okay, what is it? Skip ad,
Anyone
mate.
hear anything?
Skip ad.
Oh, it's food. Okay, it's
Hang
street
on,
food.
hang
Okay.
on. I've got no sound here. I've got no snare in my headphones.
Turn me up. You have to go Bluetooth here or plug. Is it plugged in?
Yeah, it's plugged in. So I'll go. This is.
Imagine sorting this out before we.
What? Yeah.
Imagine.
I don't know. I thought you had it set up. It's cool. We can talk. no sound here. You would see it.
This ad.
Nico's midi core pack.
Oh,
Nico's midi.
you hear that?
Okay.
Nico.
It's just another ad.
Market when it comes to
Maybe we'll get. Oh, is it a dead turtle?
No, it's not a dead turtle.
Read the title. Did you read it?
What do you think it is?
Is that an asshole?
What do you think it is?
Oh, that's fucked.
What the?
That is actually fucked.
What is it?
It's food.
You eat that? It
Huh?
looks like the
Yeah.
the fucking vagina of something.
This is cow vagina. That's fucked.
Man.
Oh, salt. Okay. What's
Dude.
what's attached to it?
It only takes 75 minutes to cook cow vagina.
Oh, look, it's got a good pocket to hold all that oil.
10 hours to clean. Fuck.
I suppose you would want it to be clean.
Yeah, I suppose.
Oi, work that vag, man.
Yeah, pound that.
Is that how you do it? Oh yeah.
Fisty.
Oh,
I mean,
do you reckon they're Oh man.
Jesus
gotta
Christ.
get that
He
clean.
doesn't have to do that.
Yeah, for sure. He just does it because he wants to.
Oh, he doesn't have to
he
do
could
that.
fit way more
sure
than
does.
that.
He doesn't have to.
That would imply that some stage vaginas
want
didn't
the
have
in-
salt in them.
You'd,
Why doesn't he just do this before they
you'd
cut
want
it
the
out?
inside to be clean.
Yeah.
So I guess he does have to do
He's
that.
getting the
All
toys
right.
out.
Brazilian. Brazilian.
The
Adrian
sound.
says
The
he's never
sound.
watched this, but I guarantee he has.
I haven't watched it yet, but I could have imagined what it was.
No one come into my room. I'm watching a video.
How long does it go for? Can we skip?
Yeah, can we
I guess we
Alright.
skip.
Where do you want to skip to?
I don't know.
What are you hoping happens?
That's
I want to see
I don't
the
know.
cum shot. Oh man, no.
he's shaving it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, skip to like the very end because I need to see
Wait, this
someone
is how
eat
they
it.
make those real life sex dolls.
Do they not have chairs in these countries? They always squat.
Oh. What part of
What
the
is
cow
that?
is this now?
I think it's
Oh, yeah.
It's like a chicken.
That's some new age shit.
Why does it take so?
he's so careful with it now.
Yeah.
You just beat the shit out of it.
What is that?
What is that?
Strawberries?
I'm gonna say
What do you think goes well
Liver or
with
something.
cow vagina?
it'd be brain or liver.
Cow dick.
It's just a dick came out the middle of it. Well, it looks like brain.
You mean bull?
Why do I feel like that would be just?
It
tough
probably
and
It does not
I reckon
look
it'll-
good.
it would taste
I think
fishy.
it tastes fine.
Probably would taste good. It just tastes like
That's
beef.
full of fat.
Fat puss.
Wait, if someone gave you that on a plate, you'd not know what it was.
True. We've probably eaten
I'd
it
ask
before.
the question, though.
We've
Bullshit,
probably
you
eaten
would.
it before.
I would.
They would say cow, and you'd be like, cool. Let's say beef. You would.
Yeah.
Why, yeah, why does it
Doesn't look
even?
like normal beef, though.
Huh? Looks like pork beef.
But what? Like,
That's legit.
Oh, look. Oh,
I'd
that's the bit
probably,
you want.
I'd probably eat.
Of course you would.
genital mutilation. That's what we're witnessing. Like, why is this any different to any other part of the beef?
not.
But
Like,
we
why
all
would
we
you
all
waste it?
cringe and
He loves it.
I only cringe at the raw
he's
part.
squatting again.
I'd for
Get a
sure-
chair.
I
They
for
never
sure
have.
would
Oh,
eat
there we
that.
go. It's sitting good.
Do you think you could eat it?
And they don't close their mouths.
Nah,
though.
I'm pretty bad with food.
What about you? Do you think you could eat it?
The best I've had, or like the worst I've had, would be
You gave me dick fire juice to eat.
liver.
Dick fire juice. Liver.
Was it liver? No, kidney. Kidney, I think.
Yeah.
No, liver. I think it was liver.
I think it's-
It was
What
shit.
kind of liver?
I don't know.
Chicken livers?
It'll be the same, wouldn't it?
No.
No, it'd be. I think it was cow.
Okay.
Cow liver.
I think.
Where?
Name
Where did
other.
you have
Name
it?
other.
Where did you have it?
organs.
Cod liver.
Cod. No, it was. It was when I was working in a kitchen washing dishes, playing with my nipples when I say that.
I did notice that, but I just brushed it off.
What?
It's a little hard after that video.
What? Yeah, okay, that's.
Isn't that normal?
I feel like I would eat that.
Yeah, it was really gross. Yeah, the texture was a bit shitty.
Yeah,
I ate
livers are-
raw
livers-
beef
livers
once.
are not great. Yeah, I've had raw beef all the time.
Oh, okay, I didn't know you could do that. It was a prank, and I'd like played along with it.
Oh,
I was
no,
like,
you-
"Is this meant to be raw and cold?"
Yeah, you can.
And he's like, "No, I better cook it."
Haven't you seen The Liver King?
Nah.
Haven't you?
Oh yeah, I know it, but that shit makes me feel ill.
Oh, really?
I don't
The
know.
worst is the dude that eats like raw chicken and shit. Is it him? I don't know if it's him.
It's just
He just eats
now
raw
that he's
chicken.
blown up, it's just him on podcasts and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, let
just
me.
him like buff as fuck, eating all raw food. There was a dude. I don't know if I can find it. All right, hang on. While you've got it up, so we can lighten the mood.
It's always up.
Can we watch a cat video or something?
Yeah, okay.
Primal's Liver King here. We got a new addition to the raw materials to strengthen and support one's own testicles. Down the hatch.
Yeah, it's this guy. He was eating raw chicken.
Why though? Like what?
And even bone in here. It's head. all this
He just
collagen.
claims it's like
Well, the thing
Best
is,
way alive.
the more you process food, right, the more nutrients you lose out of it.
Cunt's teeth would be fucking falling out.
I don't know. Or that could be strong. I have no idea.
anywho.
Wasn't there a guy back in like the 50s or something, and he tried to eat a whole car over like a certain amount of time? So he'd like eat little bits,
I think I remember something like that.
end up dying of like something.
There you go. This one made me. It's a messenger.
Another one.
Yeah, another one.
DJ Khaled.
Did you log out of it?
God, dude.
Yeah, this one made me almost die laughing.
Did you listen to the
this
new?
one.
new,
Yeah, I have. Yeah, the DJ Khaled thing.
Jesus.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Did you like it?
It's okay. Apparently, like, it's a remake of an old Christian rap song. All right, go back. All right, start again. Go back. Go back. Yeah, here you go. Oh my god. Just watch. Level of not give a fuck.
Mad party trick.
Watch. And then 100%. Oh yeah, let's keep going. Level of not give a fuck. Everyone else is freaking the fuck out. And he's like, what are you talking about?
I got this shit.
He legit go again. He legit just sets a fire to this old dry bush. He keeps on dancing. Oh, you stopped it.
Wasn't that it?
It
We
was,
got to
yeah, I
the-
guess I go again.
It what?
Nothing else. You got to watch it again.
Oh,
Again.
It's fine, don't worry.
fucking hell. What were you saying about that DJ Khaled song? It's an old song.
Yeah.
Which one? Because he released a whole album.
Oh, I was just talking about the one that had him.
Oh, the Bee Gees one or whatever. Staying Alive.
No.
Oh my god, I'm so confused.
I hate whoever that guy is.
Huh?
No, you
The
don't.
Bee Gees?
Fucking
No,
do.
you don't.
Dude, I hate him.
Why?
Is he
though?
the one who always says his name in
Yeah.
every song?
Yeah.
I fucking hate him.
Why do you hate
Him and Pitbull, because they do that. Mr. Worldwide!
The one with Eminem on it.
Oh yeah. That one's pretty sick.
Yeah. So that's the one that's old.
Oh shit.
Were you listening to one of his songs?
When? I listened to his whole album today.
Okay, cool. So we'd have to listen to it now.
What's the teeth lisp guy?
Which guy? Teethless guy.
Teeth lisp.
Who's that?
Oh, Post Malone.
Oh, God.
What's that song?
Man.
Oh yeah.
You sound like a sheep. Have you guys seen any of this South Park 25th anniversary shit?
No.
I've seen what you showed me.
All
I
right.
haven't.
Let all my fans
This is
know
my
I
favorite
know,
one.
But a gay fish just can't live in the outside world forever.
It trips me out watching like real life people do the South Park voices.
Oh, okay.
I've been so lonely, girl. I've been so sad down. Couldn't understand why haters joked around. Wanted to be free with other creatures like me. Now I got my wish. Cause I know that I'm a gay fish. Gay fish. Gay fish, yo.
So good.
Oh, fuck. You should watch it. That was pretty sick.
Kanye said anything about that?
I don't know.
I think he mentioned it once because
Yeah,
they
he's-
asked him and he's like, it's pretty funny.
He's got it in one of his songs as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good. It's good when celebrities can like cop it on the
Yeah,
chin and
for
just
sure.
laugh. I'm not a fucking fish.
Have you seen Basketball?
Yeah.
I feel like I watched it ages ago.
It's one of the earlies. Was it before South Park or just
Yeah.
during.
Have you seen Orgasmo?
Nah, I don't think so.
I haven't seen Orgasmo. Or have I? I think you lent me the DVD once. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe. That's where I'm a man.
Yeah. That's how I know that. That's the
Oh.
only thing I remember from it was that.
I know that song. Has that been on South Park as well?
Maybe. Orgasmo's with.
Those guys.
Yeah, they
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Matt and Trey produced.
Yeah,
it.
right.
It's. I think it's so fucking funny. It's probably not, but I think it's fucking hilarious.
Wait, who's that rapper that fucking, what's his name? Little Tay or fucking,
Oh, that thing that you posted today.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking shot a 3-year-old in the head.
Yeah.
He's trying to do a drive-by and he shot someone's kid in the head. And now he's like in prison for like attempted murder because like the kid survived.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's like,
Any comments, Adrian?
No, I was just like,
it's like you're about to disprove what I said. And you know nothing about
I was like,
attempted murder.
Adrian's
Yeah.
just like, I don't think it should be illegal to shoot 3-year-olds.
Yeah. Because I read the title. I'm like,
some people don't think that.
he's a piece of shit.
He was stepping on his territory.
Was he defending his property?
No, it was a gang related drive-by thing, and he missed the dude and must have hit the kid in the head. But the kid like survived. He's like critical. But a 3-year-old kid.
Wait, but if he dies, then does it then get
upgrade to murder? Yeah.
That's like the whole Cain Velasquez shit. Have you heard that?
Yeah. Where is that? Was he just?
He's still in jail, just waiting.
Is it America?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like Russia or something.
Yeah. So I still haven't heard the full story, whether it's his kid or whether it's just like a kid in the family.
I think his kid was molested by like a teacher or a
daycare
daycare
teacher,
or something.
Yeah.
And it was like hundreds of times or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And he chased down, I think he shot the father.
Yeah. He shot through the car and hit the father or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking...
Apparently.
And everyone is on his side.
Yeah, 100%.
Not a single person is...
That's what everyone said. They're like, everyone says they're going to do it if anyone touches their kid. And Cain did it, and now he's getting like punished for it.
Yeah, exactly.
But apparently the judge he's got's been like a bitch. I guess because like his whole background is just like buff fighters and shit. And she's like trying to like uphold the law properly.
But I get
she's like trying to follow the book.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he broke the law, and if you excuse it, they'd be like, "Oh, people just
Yeah.
Yeah.
look at that." And go,
It's like
"Oh,
at
fuck
what
yeah."
line do you be like, that guy was bad? He
Yeah,
fucked
yeah.
shit up.
So you got to punish him, but at the end of the day, how do you tread the fine line of like you did the right thing morally,
Yeah.
but bad, like it was illegal?
Yeah. It's a tricky one. Eh?
So I'd hate to be that judge.
He's got to bait them and then he can be self-defense.
It has to be like some sort of loophole. I remember years ago there was a guy that I think he mugged a lady or something, or he did something fucked up. Like he like robbed a store, or he mugged a lady, and he ran out and he like ran into two dudes who were like ex-military.
Yeah.
And they fucking caught him and beat the fuck out of him. They broke limbs and shit as they were, like he was like fully hospitalized and shit. And in the news, they basically said he tripped and fell, and two off-duty military guards apprehended him. He's now recovering in critical condition in hospital. But they basically didn't say what happened, but it was totally obvious. And you know, judges can be like, "Oh yeah, he tripped and fell, and we lost the tapes."
Yeah.
You know, like shit like that.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Can you...
Did you see the other thing in his story this week? Apparently, like another one of like the main guys in the whole thing died suddenly.
What whole thing?
Oh, the Jeffrey Epstein saga.
Might come up in like this week's news, maybe.
2 days ago.
She only got like 12 years in prison or something, eh?
Yeah. Associate Stephen Hoffenberg.
Oh, Steve-O.
Steve-O.
Hoffenberg is dead in his apartment. Shot himself 7
So
times in
much
the head.
sus shit, eh?
Is that what it says?
No.
I was going to say.
There was
That's
one,
how like stupid this story is though. And people would be like, wow, that's true.
I forgot the facts, but pretend I'd know the facts. I think it was a couple months ago or something. There was another related death.
Yeah.
it ruled as suicide. It was like, I don't know, like a mile from his house in bushland, tortured, shot a few times, like still had a fucking noose on him. It was like complete torture, and it was like, oh, suicide. And he was like some related
Fuck yeah.
Clintons or something.
Anyway, that just triggered me.
Why?
What was the latest thing I heard? You know how Trump got raided?
Yeah, I think
They
so.
The judge who signed off that raid was Jeff. He originally was Jeffrey Epstein's, not his lawyer, but he defended Jeffrey's clients. And then first he was prosecutor, and then he retired from that, or he quit, and then joined Jeffrey Epstein's team to defend his fucking employees or whatever. I forgot what they were. And then, and now he's the one who signed off on like the Trump raid and all that. So it's like all entwined.
Yeah.
It's so fucking...
It is just one
eh?
big episode of South Park.
Is there a South Park episode on it?
On what?
Oh, there
Jeffrey
should-
Epstein.
Yeah, how's there not?
Yeah. I feel like I have seen a South Park version of it.
Surely.
Surely.
It'd be the Canadian head. It'd be like the Saddam Hussein version of, it's like the Canadian mouth, but the picture of his head. Hey, guy.
But is that actually from it or someone's?
Oh, there it is. Oh, someone's made it.
Yeah.
It looks like a shot from an episode.
Yeah, I feel like I remember seeing something about it.
It looks like a drawing, doesn't it?
Looks like a drawing.
He looks like someone I know.
Oh, no. Dude, have you seen these episodes, Ash?
Hey,
Have you seen these episodes?
which ones are they?
That's Jeff Bezos.
Okay.
Oh,
He looks like he's got a testicle head.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg was on Rogan. I'm only halfway through it.
Yeah. Want me to spoil it for you?
Well,
He invents Facebook.
fuck.
Then they changed the name to Meta.
Yeah.
Did you change it, or you just made like a subcategory of Facebook, like a new
No.
thing called Meta?
No, everything is supposed to be like.
Because I've noticed on the Instagram app, it's
Yeah.
got Meta at the bottom. Is it still called Facebook? Like when you open
Meta's
it up?
like the big company that they all fall under now.
Yeah, like the mother.
But he wasn't going to rebrand Facebook to Meta because all the old people that use Facebook wouldn't know. Yeah. My app icon looks different.
That's like when they changed Hotmail to,
Outlook?
it was like to Live. I think Live.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Some people
yeah.
still have Hotmail though.
Yeah, like Hotmail accounts.
I still got one.
Do you?
Yeah.
I lost access to mine and I couldn't get back into it. I don't know.
I'm so nervous to get rid of it.
Why?
I don't know. I just always think
So
like,
it shuts down.
What's in it?
oh my God, the cat's back.
Ghost cat.
Just heaps of emails from like Nigerian princes and stuff.
One could be legit.
We for sure should like answer some.
I should.
Yeah.
No, I'll make a new one day.
What do you mean?
Do you
Just
still
a
give
lot
your
of history there.
Do you still give out your emails like, yeah, it's jameshotmail.com?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Is
I
that your
spell
only
it.
email?
Hey,
Is that your only email?
yeah, that's my like private one, and then I got a work one. But I spell it out in hopes that before they read it back to themselves, I'm like, all right, thank you, bye.
Why?
Wait a second.
That's not even that bad. It's your
What?
name.
No, that's not actually it. It's,
Oh, you okay? Right.
No,
Okay.
I don't know if I
Is
should
it something?
say that.
No, don't say it. Is it something dumb
Heaps
though?
of dick pics coming my way. It's pretty dumb.
So many.
It's pretty dumb because I had to add a number to the end of it because I forgot
yeah.
the password for the first one. And back then I didn't realize you could go forget password. So I'm like, now I have to make a whole new account.
I better not click forget password because I'll forget it.
It's a scam. It's a virus.
Did we have this talk about dumb emails?
Yeah, mine was
Milky Bar.
Milky Bar Kid.
Yeah.
They're on me.
So bad.
Yeah.
Wasn't yours just your formal name?
Mine is now. It's been like that for forever. I can't
Are
remember.
you like a
mine.
boring kid? Or
Depends what you call boring.
true.
I'm still a kid. I don't know.
I picture you to be like the kid who would spend hours catching bugs, putting them in jars, and trying to make them fight,
No, I didn't really like
and then
bugs.
write a scientific paper on it.
No, that's now. I don't really like bugs. would always
Did you not ever catch spiders and like fucking make them fight and shit?
No.
I did. Yeah, if you catch 2 spiders, put them in a jar, right?
Adrian's just appreciating his childhood so much right now.
Huh? No, it's fine. Go.
You catch some spiders, you put
Yeah.
them in a jar,
Yeah.
you shake it up.
What kind of spiders?
Have to be 2 different breeds to confuse them.
Okay.
I don't know, I have no idea
Did
what
you
I'm
ever
talking
get
about.
fucked up when you did it?
You gotta like, you get the jar and the lid and your Tupperware, so it clips, and then you fucking stare at it for an hour, and then in that hour you realise you're a psychopath and you need a hobby.
I went through a stage of watching like a dude with like piranhas, like a bunch of piranha tanks, and like feeding them shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. When you like, it was maybe only like 8 months ago. It's super interesting.
Did you ever have fighter fish?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. In grade 12, I got a fighter fish, and then another kid at school got a fighter fish.
Did you fight them?
And we just ramped it up for a party we were going to. Like one weekend, we're like, I'm like, I'll bring my fish, you bring your fish. We'll put them together.
Oh my god!
And we just both didn't bring our fish, obviously, to a party. Like I couldn't be like, my mum would be like, why are you taking the fish?
James is here.
But
Did he bring us fish?
he reckoned that he put another one in there in his tank one day, and they just did nothing.
Yeah, I
So
think
Just
it's a myth.
stress them out until they die.
I think it's a myth.
Yeah, right.
No, they don't like it.
Like, has anyone ever put them together, or is it just like a thing that happened once? They're like, let's call this fish a fighter fish. Like, what are they actually called? Surely that's not the actual name of the fish, right?
They're called a beta something.
Male.
Cancel.
That's Ash. No, I did know the name ages ago when we had them.
I've probably gone a fighter fish.
I liked them for a bit because I got you could get like a tank where you could put 3 in, but it had a division between the 3.
I thought
Was
they
it
go
clear?
each
I
other.
could still, yeah, it was clear.
So you just stress them out and they can't
Probably.
get to each other.
We had one because
What colour?
it was red. Because my wife's sister had one, and she didn't look after it, and it died. It was just floating. I'm like, I think your fish is dead. She's like, oh, okay. And I was like, sort of poking it. Then it was moving a bit, and I'm like, oh, it's actually alive. So we changed the water and shit, and then it just was good again. I'm like, oh.
Well, they live in
And
like,
then she's like, oh, do you want it? I'm like, okay. So I named it Chewy because when it eats, you could hear it crunch the food. and it lived for like a year and a half. I was like, fuck yeah.
I think they live in like just puddles of like dirty, shitty water.
Yeah. We had one not long ago. It was given to us, and we're like, gee, thanks. And then we put like a little filter on it, so we didn't have to keep changing the water.
Yeah.
And then Katie's like, bought one of those little snails, so that eats all the slime and shit at the bottom. And one day the fish was gone. I was like, where's the fucking fish? And I'm moving all the little fake seaweeds around. I'm like, maybe it jumped out and it didn't. And then it was a couple of days had gone by, and I'm like, I really want to know where this fucking fish has gone.
Yeah.
And I sort of moved the snail a bit, and then the carcass of the fish just floated to the top. It's like, did the snail eat the fighter fish?
Yeah, probably.
That's pretty hectic.
But I think it died, and it just sort of sunk, and then the snails, they just eat anything.
Yeah.
So it was like just latched onto it, sucking its fucking soul out.
He told me this story when we were on a job, and the lady was like, "Huh?" And he like had to explain the story that he was telling.
Who was it? Oh, yeah. And then later on, the snail disappeared, and it was sucked up into the filter. So I'm like, let's not have any more animals.
We had
And then we bought chickens, and now we just mutilate their legs.
we got
Wait till next week when I bring chicken feet in for dinner. We just have carcasses in the yard hopping around. Anyway,
give them to your dogs. Kenzie had a little fish tank with a fighter fish in it.
Yeah.
And it lasted forever, and then it died, and she was devastated or whatever. So we went,
Whatever.
yeah, we were like, let her get over it, and then we went and got,
do you teach your kids
Beforehand.
about death?
yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll fucking kill you.
She fucking hates it though. Kenzie hates it.
Oh, she hates death? Why?
She hates like even like she's
I hate goodbyes.
she saw like there was a documentary on somewhere and like a shark bit a manta ray or something.
Yeah.
But didn't eat it whole, just bit a bit of it and swam away, and she like lost her shit. She was like, why didn't you just bite half of it? Why didn't you eat the whole thing? And I was like, it's just what nature is. So
Yeah.
Turns out she hates wasting food, huh?
yeah, she doesn't like seeing stuff get hurt.
Nikita will be so gentle about like everything in life, but when it comes to death, she's just the most morbid person you'll ever meet.
I had a good idea for for like a reality TV show. But then I realized as I was explaining it to my wife that it was like a Black Mirror episode already, like kind of.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, for people who, you know, in America you got the death penalty or you got like life in prison.
Yeah,
But I feel like the death penalty is less than life in prison because life in prison would be like torture, right?
yeah.
And so like the real bad people, the pedos or the chomos, the child molesters, they get like death penalty and shit. And it's like, fucking, that's the easy way out. And so I was coming up with like the most fucked up things you could do to them. And I was thinking like we could give them,
She's writing a new Saw movie.
we could inject them with like a terminal illness that's like a rapid, painful cancer or something, right? And then chop their hands off and then just let them back into society. And no one's allowed to associate with them. No one's allowed to help them. And they just have a cameraman that follows them around until they die. Right?
Yeah.
That'd be sick. But then it's a Black Mirror episode already. So
Is it?
not that detailed, but
I still haven't seen that
yeah.
show.
First season.
First season? I've seen first season. No.
Maybe it's second season.
Were you going into something about death?
It's the one with the ladies like walking around, everyone's filming her with their phones. And you're like, well, why is everyone filming her?
Yeah.
And at the end, it's like a game show thing.
Yeah. I do remember now. It's not really the same as what you said.
But no, she was a criminal and that was her punishment. They like
Yeah.
delete her memory and shit.
But that was like recurring days and shit.
Well, you're right. Death penalty.
Yeah, I saw a news article like 2 or 3 days ago. Someone got the death penalty in the US, but something didn't happen and it dragged on for like 2 days, and it was seen as like the most like torturous death penalty in like US history or something.
But as in, like, it didn't work?
Yeah.
It's 3 chemicals they put in, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's
One-
something like that.
One puts them asleep,
Um,
and the other one, I forgot it was. I learned this off Law Abiding Citizen.
Oh, really?
You seen that? That's such a good movie.
It's a movie. Yeah, it's a good movie.
I assume it was factually accurate when they come to the death penalty.
yeah, longest execution in US history. Oh, it was only 3 hours. I thought it was longer than that.
There you go.
Imagine they still electrocuted people.
It doesn't put you to sleep.
What doesn't? The chemical.
The 3 things that you. One is for muscle paralysis, so you're
Have you already
awake,
got it up there?
Oh,
but you're paralyzed.
so you can't. Oh, so you don't look fucked while you're dying.
Right. Then
Yeah.
other one, respiratory arrest, so you stop breathing, and then the other one to stop your heart. So you are still alive and you're still
Suffocate.
conscious.
Oh, so you pass out because you suffocate, and then the other one just stops your heart.
Yeah.
You should just straight up give you a heart attack in front of everyone. That's what I feel
I
like.
think that's worse. I think suffocating is way worse. But you can't struggle because you're paralyzed. So you'd feel it, I think.
Oh, fuck. I suppose, eh?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't find that. I just found the 3 drugs.
Oh, right.
So-
Okay.
I suppose we can read it.
Oh,
Lethal injection. So lethal injection is the 3 things, eh?
Yeah.
yeah.
So should have started at 6. Going down.
Not pronounced dead till 9:27.
But why? Go down.
Pacemaker just wouldn't stop.
Because I couldn't find a vein. Is that what it
Fucking
is?
hell. Yeah, it looks like it. Needle marks covering every inch of his arms.
What from them trying to find it?
Maybe.
Yeah, because some people have veins that are just, they collapse all the time when you try and inject.
Right.
Anyway, he's
Fucking
dead, so
hell.
that's the main thing. What do you do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what's his crime? I want to know what he did.
Stole a loaf of bread.
Because, like, it's not very often they do the death penalty over there, is it?
Depends what state.
Just says he's been on death row since 1999.
That'd be the worst. The actual death penalty part, I don't think is that bad. The wait from 1999 till what?
Oh,
was it
here,
this year?
25 years for murdering ex-partner. Faith Hill.
How many murderers are in prison now not getting killed? But unless she's like a celebrity or something.
What do you mean? They're not. It took him 25 years to get there.
But why? Like, is there a waiting list?
Yeah.
It's like, we just don't have enough chairs.
Well, the thing is, like, they have to do due process or whatever, right? What happens?
So they just kept appealing it or something.
Well, who knows?
Maybe, yeah.
You know, how you would want to be the guy that's innocent and then dies, even though they
Do you reckon we
We'll
should have a
say.
death penalty here or not?
depends for what though. But yeah,
I don't think so.
Why?
I think there'd be innocent people who get it.
that's why it takes 25 years.
Well, for every person.
Well, I don't know. They can go through the process.
I don't know. because there's heaps, like, people don't talk about it, but there's, like, over there's so many, like, innocent people who die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I reckon they should have it. Unless I'm ever caught up in one of those scandals.
I know, I think they shouldn't have death penalty here, but we should have more strict, torturous fucking events for these people. Well, not torturous, but like, don't put them in prison with their kind. Like, they put all the pedophiles separate and all the fucking murderers separate and shit. It's like, put them in, just everyone in general.
Yeah.
There's not enough space for that.
And stop protecting them. Like, they put them in ISO when they're getting fucking bashed and shit. Just, yeah. Put them in ISO for life. In the box.
But at what level are they all put in together?
I think that because there's different tiers. You got the farm, then you got like medium, and then high risk.
No, but what I'm saying, at what level crime do you think they should all just be thrown in together?
Yeah, probably not. I mean, like, don't protect.
I'm just here for a parking ticket.
I'm supposed to be here overnight.
Well, there was Daniel Morecambe's killer when they caught him, and he got in there, and the first thing they did was poured. They said he got boiling hot water poured on him, but I have a friend who was the prison guard at Waco, and it was actually deep fry oil, but they didn't want to like talk about it.
Right.
And I said too much, but like he got fucked up. So then they just protect him. They put him out of civilian. Yeah, it's like, don't protect him.
Have you seen that shit recently? Tara's so angry. She's like,
What?
Thing about they're making a documentary Daniel Morecambe story thing, but not with his family's approval.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I think I did see something about that. Yeah, that shit's so fucked, eh?
How it's because it's hot.
If you drove past, I think it was his dad once on the way back from a job. It was like the car had like all the memorial stuff all over it and stuff, like stickers and the foundation stuff. I was like, that's his dad. It's crazy. I didn't know the parents had actually divorced.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Could you throw me some more ice at your next earliest convenience?
At
many
what speed?
people-
But what?
No, so how many people do you reckon have been exonerated, wrongly convicted, sentenced to death, and exonerated? So,
There's a fair few because there's that.
okay, since 1973, I got it. I'm good.
So what was the question?
So it's like
In Australia?
since 1973 in America, there's a number of people that have been wrongly convicted, sentenced to death, but then like
Found to be innocent.
overturned. Yeah,
Like after they'd been killed?
doesn't say. But just exonerated. So no, they've been let out before. So
Before, okay. I'm going to say, like, how many people since when?
since 1973.
I'm going to say in the hundreds.
10,000.
10,000 is a lot.
Yeah. How many zeros in a billion?
Everyone's in jail. 190. But then I was like, that's people that have gone through and then been like, and come out like better. Like how many?
I wonder how many of those 190 were actually guilty but got away with it.
Oh, here we go. Here's
Like
another
through
one.
bad lawyers.
How many executed but possibly innocent?
All of them?
Oh, yeah. It's a trick question.
No,
Yeah. Everyone's possibly innocent.
no.
Was OJ innocent?
Oh,
What?
Ooh.
What are you talking?
juice.
Did you? Hey, to the world.
Ready?
Oh, fuck. No, have you guys seen that show? Is it 30 days in or 60 days in?
No.
One of them?
Don't think so.
Fuck, that's a good show. You should watch
What
that.
a doco? Or
No,
like
it's like a TV series, and every week they put in. So it's like people that want to go to prison and see what prison's like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But they get put in without, I think, yeah, we did go through a stint of watching prison
Yeah.
shows, and I think it's like the people in prison don't know that.
Yeah,
they're-
they don't know they're in there, but then they've got to give like a code if they're like, "Fuck, this is too hectic, I want out." But there was
forgot
like
the code.
There was one dude who got to the 60 days, and he had like a wife and kids and shit at home. He got to the end of 60 days, and he like built his way up in the prison system, like inside. And he's like, "I want to do another 60 days."
I'm going somewhere with this.
So like he's shot.
like a game.
Yeah.
We can't, so it's like, I'll fucking stab someone and I'll stay here.
Yeah, interesting.
That's crazy.
But it's a pretty good show because they put like like ex cops and shit in there to like see what it's like on the inside.
Far out. Or imagine.
Do they give him a
someone
backstory?
finding-
Yeah,
Do you have
that's
to
it.
come up with your
Some
own
people-
backstory?
Yeah, you got to come up with a backstory and shit like that. And like, yeah, the start of the episode is them like the people running the show. They're like, tell us your name, tell us your fucking history. Like, just making sure they've got it all
robbed the
down
bank.
pat.
I robbed the
Yeah.
bank.
You go in there and then someone's asking you all these questions and then you've got it down, you've got your story 100% and they're like, one final question. Why is there a camera crew behind you?
No, you watch it all through the like security cameras and shit. And then you're like,
It's like a Morgan Freeman narrating it.
yeah.
Imagine if Jeffrey Epstein was just one of those contestants.
Yeah, that's a pretty good show.
I've never heard of that. I've watched like World's Toughest Prisons and it's always Russia.
Yeah. Did you just watch Prison Break?
Yep.
Oh man, how good is Prison Break? That's one of my favorites.
It's pretty
Watch
good.
the
Eh?
newest one.
I haven't seen like the movie. They did a
And then
movie,
the one after that.
like a season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's like the movie and then one extra season after that.
so spoiler alert.
No.
Alert.
So the movie, because Michael comes back or something. I know that, or
I don't know. I don't want to say anything.
because he dies in the fucking first season, first
First season, first episode.
the last part of the show.
Yeah.
He dies, but then I feel like they have to bring him back for a movie. Can't have it without Michael.
be honest, I don't
without
remember.
Schofield. And then
Can.
and then what is a series after
Yeah.
that? Interesting. What is it on YouTube? Do I have to pay for YouTube?
I don't know. I'll find out where it's streaming. But
Yeah, sweet.
yes, I did like it. I felt a little bit though, maybe towards how many seasons are there? 4 or 5?
There was
Whatever it
4
is.
originals.
Yeah, like towards like the end of season 3 or season 4, I was like, it's very rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
The Walking
Yeah.
Dead.
It gets
story.
that way. Hey?
Who's the bad guy? Who's in trouble now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was because they cancelled it. I think end of season 2, it got cancelled, and then they had to they had a year off or something, and then they reboarded it out,
Yeah.
and it was all this like forced script writing. I think
Yeah. It
But-
gets that way.
I just loved who's the guy with one hand?
Teabag.
Teabag. Teabag. The best person for that role
so
was
good.
him.
Yeah.
And if you ever see him in anything else, you're like, he should be a pedo in this, but he's not.
Hold my pocket.
Schofield.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
love him.
sick, man. I just love that one.
Yeah, so season 5 came out in 2017. Streaming.
Oh, so it was just one season.
Yeah.
True.
I don't know if they wanted to carry it on or not.
I hate it when like they did it with Zoolander and Anchorman and shit.
Disney Plus.
They tried 10 years later, like we're going to bring out and Dumb and Dumber. We're going to bring out the sequel,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Fuck yeah, this would be sick."
No.
The only reason
Oh
it
my
was
God.
sick originally is because it was the original.
Yeah.
So you can't fucking name one sequel that was better than like the original. Well, I mean,
Sure.
there are a few.
I
Like,
think The Hangover 2 did better box office.
I reckon.
I'm pretty sure it's, yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I heard something the other day that the director on that, he does like heaps of shit now. Fuck, what's his name? But he took like a front end deal where no one wanted to like bet on the first Hangover. So he's like, well, I'll film it all and everything. I won't take any money up front, but I'll take like the back end of what it makes. And then obviously it blew up as The Hangover, and now he fucking runs the world.
fuck. That was like Star Wars. I think George Lucas didn't want to be. He thought this is the most ridiculous fucking movie. I don't want to be in the credits.
Yeah.
And then became Star Wars, and he's like, "Can you actually retrofit me into those rollers at the end?"
And Disney came and ruined it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Disney. Prison Break.
Okay.
I could never get into Star Wars.
Nah, me neither. But then the only one I've seen was like
Losers.
the original Anakin Skywalker when he's a kid,
The only one
Episode 1, yeah.
The only one I saw was the one
and I liked it.
where the like
I'm sure you would like it. It's like the type of thing you would like.
the
Yeah.
black and red guy with the spikes on his head.
Yeah. That's episode 1 too.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah, right.
Black and red guy.
Yeah, it came out and he had like the double-ended lightsaber.
Oh, is he like the demon or something?
Something like that.
I don't know. What's his name? Venom? No, fuck.
Venom.
The Spider-Man, Black Spider-Man. I don't. I hate how there's so many Spider-Mans.
Do you?
How many times can they do the
This guy.
fucking movie? Like
I like Spider-Man.
7? Yeah, that guy.
Show me. Yeah, that's him. That's the only Star Wars I've seen.
Is that Darth Vader without his mask on?
His name's Darth Maul.
Darth
Yeah,
Maul,
that's
it.
right. Yeah.
What's Darth mean?
I don't know. What does Darth mean?
Yeah. Google that. Hey Siri.
Wait, you know how you asked me about animal sounds at the start? I know you're a privacy guy, so you wouldn't have Darth mouth. You wouldn't have it, but the Google Home Assistant thing that we have, you can ask it to play animal sounds and it'll do it.
No, I don't do that. Not often.
Did you guys do that? It was like a thing Google was doing maybe 2 or 3 years ago, where you could search like an animal and then it would shoot. It'll like project a 3D animal into like your house.
You can still do it now.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, sorry, Ash.
Your kids would like it.
Yeah.
Don't apologise.
Our kids thought that was
I don't
sick.
care.
Oh, just Westy.
What it has like a little projector on it.
So if you
So
if
essentially
you
it's like-
search like Alaskan bear or something, and then you
can
click
do it now.
Google 3D or something, it'll like put a bear there right beside like your kid, and then you can snap a
It's
photo.
like a augmented reality thing.
Yeah,
Oh, so like you take a photo of your kid and it puts it in the photo.
basically, or you can just watch it through your camera.
Oh, so
And
like
you
the
can, like, go and-
Pokemon game technology.
Basically, yeah. Pretty similar to that.
Okay. Oh, I should go get one then.
You don't have to get anything. You
Has
have a
it-
phone.
Has anyone done like Alexa and Google and tried to get them to talk to each other yet?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sure that's a thing, eh?
While we're on movies, have either of you seen the new Jurassic World?
No, but I want to.
No.
Do you?
Oh, who's
Tara
in
wants
that?
to see it
I
too.
won't say anything then.
Is there like 1,000 A-grade fucking actors in there?
I won't say anything.
You can say it.
No, I won't say anything.
Okay.
In other news, Matt saw Top Gun 2 this week, and
Oh,
he
he
has
loved it.
backed me up 100%.
What?
He came
said
to
it's
work.
good.
He came to work on Monday wanting to be a fighter pilot
Yeah,
as
of
well.
course he did.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the first one. I should watch.
I haven't
Oh,
seen the first one either. But
I've started like going back. I was on Netflix the other night. I'm like, I want to watch like an old movie. So I went to like just old sort of blockbusters sort of thing and just found ones that I've never actually watched, but they exist and
Yeah.
they're like Academy Award winning and shit. And like Good Will Hunting popped up. I'm like, I'm gonna
it's
watch
so
this
good.
shit.
It's so
And I watched
good.
it and I was
It's
like,
so
this is,
fucking
how have I
good.
not seen this? That's
Yeah,
a
I haven't
fucking
seen
good
that.
movie.
Oh
yeah.
my god, it's fucking so good.
And it's not what I thought it was about.
yeah, Affleck and
Affleck,
I can't fucking the
Fucking
two guys that are best.
Damon.
Yeah,
Damon.
so good.
Yeah, Affleck's good in that, man. Yeah, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and Rob Williams, and that other guy who's the main actor, but I didn't even know he was in the movie.
How do you like these apples? That's what it's from.
That's right. Yeah. You like
Watch it.
apples? You wouldn't understand.
no,
Wait,
I'll
Good Will
watch
Hunting. That's Robin Williams too. Hey,
Rob Williams, yeah, and he's. I was like half an hour into the movie. I'm like, I swear to God, Robin Williams is meant to be in this, and then he pops up later.
yeah.
Did you guys know that he killed himself because he had like a condition or disease or whatever?
Well, usually people that kill themselves do.
No, like he had like a
Depression.
like. Oh my god!
You fucking idiot.
You two keep talking. I'll get.
I'm trying to find the augmented reality things. So
Yeah, he
I'm
had
not sure
dandruff.
If I do it anymore.
No, like he had like what's the shaky one, but not the shaky one.
Parkinson's.
The
Yeah.
What's the shaky one, but not the shaky one?
Oi.
he said?
Parkinson.
Gosh, you're
but
so
it wasn't
racist.
that. Wait, that's like my worst fear.
Dementia.
Dementia.
True. Williams died in suicide 2000.
Why?
Fuck, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
It was, I remember when that
It
happened.
seems like 2 years ago.
yeah. It's because we're old now.
Yeah. How many celebrities?
Yeah, from Lewy body dementia in an incurable brain disease. So it was a form of dementia.
What is Lewy body dementia?
And he was also being treated for Parkinson's disease.
So he had the both.
Yeah, so he had both. So he's obviously just fucking over it and didn't want to go through that shit.
That's so fucking
Hectic, eh?
sad. Like I know. I suppose like he's probably thought about it and was like, "What's better for my kids to see?" Like,
Yeah, maybe.
just they heard that Dad killed themselves or killed himself, or fucking watch me just suffer.
Yeah.
I would say I'm going on holiday and just disappear, or make it look like go parachuting and forget to pull the thing and just make it look like an accident.
Yeah. That's always been like a fear of mine, like seeing old people shake and shit. I'm like, I never want to get there.
And then you see, like, you're in an old person's house doing a job or whatever, and they have like young photos of them. You're like, fuck, you're young like me. I'm gonna be like you. Surely someone's gonna come up with something to stop that.
Did I ever tell you about? I feel like I would have. The other time I cut myself in someone's house.
That's a condition, you know?
All right.
Subway.
So it doesn't ring a bell?
No.
All right.
Or maybe it
We were
will.
fitting a job at someone's house one day,
Well, you just got nice and close.
And I cut myself on like a cabinet or something that we're doing, and I'm like bleeding, and I'm trying to wrap it up and everything. And the apprentice I was with, so there were all these conditions to us installing this job, right? There was all these rules we had to follow, and this lady was on a respirator, and she was just sitting there like watching us all day, like breathing, and she had carers and shit. So I've cut myself, I'm bleeding. The apprentice just passes me something and wraps my hand up.
It was a bad cut.
Yeah, it was a pretty bad cut. And then I'm trying to deal with that, and then he's like, psst, and then he points to the fridge, and all over the fridge was magnets and flyers and everything on how to treat AIDS and how to live with AIDS and shit like that. And my heart's just dropped, and I'm like, I'm going to die. Because he just grabbed something off the bench for me to wrap it up, and I'm like, I've got AIDS.
It's just a cough rag.
Yeah.
It's not how you get it.
And I'm just looking at her with the respirator, and I'm like,
Excuse me, man. Can I ask why you're in?
So how did you know there was like a bunch of rules before you got there or whatever?
Just our boss told us. He's like, oh, when I had to go and measure it, he's like,
Sometimes you can't wear like deodorants.
yeah,
and
shit like that. Yeah, we've done a few jobs like that.
So what did you have?
There was
AIDS?
one lady, we did a house where the whole house had to be like vacuum sealed.
True.
Yeah, so they did a test. What are you doing? Are you taking a photo?
Yeah, that's pretty
Are
cool.
you putting?
There is a tiger
You're
next to
coming
you.
around it now, aren't you?
Oh, hang on. How do I move the tiger?
Go on.
Yeah, anyway, every like week through the build, so they had a seal in the frame of the house, and every week they had to test the seal to make sure when everything was shut, it was vacuum sealed. I feel like
what was wrong with her?
I feel like Adrian's
Coronavirus.
taken away from my
No, I'm listening.
Wait,
intense
super cool story, man.
Yeah,
I'm listening. I'm
just
trying
put fake tigers and shit around the room.
to. Wait. Legit, that's how big it is.
I don't get what's
Crazy,
happening.
man.
How big the fucking
I
tiger
actually
is?
saw a tiger last weekend.
Did you?
Yeah,
Ready? Oh, you can't see. Gotta move back.
God, I feel this is. Whoa! I can see the tiger's vagina.
eat it.
It's so
Clean that
crazy.
thing out.
Clean that with
It's,
jam that salt in there.
it's not so easy with an iPad, but on a phone, you can fucking see.
Yeah, it's pretty good on a phone. Don't let this. Don't let this put you down.
What?
Kids and your technologies. Yeah. So why was this person in a bubble?
She had
AIDS.
like an immune disease or something, autoimmune disease.
Yeah, but what?
I don't know.
But not AIDS.
I didn't want to be like, hey,
Why
I
did
know
she
we're going to
have-
be careful in your house. What exactly do you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I cut myself and I wiped myself with a rag.
No, that was the AIDS lady I'm talking about.
Oh, a different
lady.
one.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I gotta
missed
catch
the whole
up.
story.
I know. I was like looking at tigers.
Did you work in an emergency ward or something?
No, it was just one weird house that we had to have like with an architect.
Mm.
And the whole thing had to be like vacuum sealed.
Right.
Like a, yeah.
Oh,
I guess
as in like blowing a bubble.
Yeah.
You walk in, you
Now
just
that I
pop.
think about it, it was a bubble.
That's what it is, right?
You're like, there's no oxygen in here.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
That would suck, hey? Have you seen that movie?
Caught glimpses of it. My mum was watching it. I walked in every like now and then.
Wait.
Got the
wait.
gist.
Which movie?
Oh, no. Hang on. You must be thinking of a different one.
Do you have a back catalogue of every movie my mum's ever seen?
Well, I don't know. I just feel like it's not the kind of movie.
My
that
mum
would
made me watch Freddy Got Fingered.
Oh, okay. Then maybe it is.
That's a weird movie for your mum to make. You
Yeah,
watch.
she like.
Usually mums are
Was
like,
it
read
this
a
one
book.
that you watched with your mom?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
This
This
was
was a serious one.
This was a serious
Yeah.
one of like a little boy in a
Yeah,
bubble.
that's
and he's,
called
like,
The Boy in the
reaching
Bubble.
through.
This one's called Bubble Boy. It's a stupid movie about a kid in a bubble.
Yeah, right. No, I haven't seen that one.
So good. I want to find where Orgasmo is streaming, and we should like watch it. It's fun.
Fuck, I was gonna say something, but I forgot.
Go.
What were you going to say?
What were you just talking about?
Boy in the Bubble.
Oh yeah, we did a small job the other week at it was Jake and I. It was at a dementia home.
Yeah.
And we had to fit the reception desk, and like we got there, and Jake has a jumper, right? We've all seen the jumper, and it's
I
like,
remember. I've heard about this.
and the jumper is a black and white photo of a girl in a bikini. But
Do you really want to
don't-
bring this story up?
Yeah, I'll bring it up. And you don't see her head, right? It's a picture of a girl in a bikini. You don't see her head.
Ash
And
loves this jumper.
It has
He's like
play-
a dog
little
that
too much.
it's like a dog that fucks his toy. That's
Yeah.
too much.
it's a good jumper, and
Picture
it's
that
got
guy cleaning out that cow vagina earlier. That was Ash.
so it's got no one knows what you're talking about.
Okay, carry on.
So it's got Playboy written on it, and it was a jumper, but the picture is Jake's girlfriend, and she got that jumper made for him. Anyway, we're at this job, and the 4 reception ladies walk out, and the older ladies, and they're like, "Oh, hey," and I'm like, "Yeah, we're here to fit the reception." And then one's like, "Oh, nice jumper," and he's like, "Oh," and Jake got all awkward. He's like, "Oh, fuck, sorry," and I'm like, "Yeah, I can't believe you wear that in front of clients." Yeah, it's pretty funny. And then we made jokes about they won't remember
Yeah.
because it's a dimension. And we took a photo of the desk. I'm like, "There's a desk you won't forget."
You're an idiot.
Did you actually say that? Oh, right.
He did, but not.
Fucking dog.
He did say it to them.
Yeah, that's
And
what I
then-
thought he said.
And then we're tripping out the way home. We're like, imagine if they weren't even the workers; they were just the people
Yeah.
that were like,
every 5 seconds, they're just like, "Hi, I'm Steve."
Dementia's funny.
That's a nice jumper.
I don't know if I told you. The other week, I had to go meet someone on site, like a builder, and he was a full manly builder. Like, "Hey mate, how you going?" Blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
So when I said goodbye, I did the whole meeting. Everything was fucking perfect.
bear hug and shit.
Everything, yeah. Last handshake, I go, "All right, good to meet you, mate." We're shaking hands, and you know when someone hangs onto your hand for just that second too long.
And you go
So
limp, like,
So I've gone limp.
I choked him out.
and he's let me go. But as I've gone limp, because I get awkward for some reason with eye contact and shit like that. So when I think I've finished, I turn to walk away. But because he's still got my hand and it's limp,
"Oi, I'm not done."
I've half turned and he lets my hand go, so it just drops, and I just slap my own arm. And I was like,
Coolest handshake ever.
Oh my god. He's like,
I'm like, keep walking.
And you panic. You're like, "I got to make something out of this." You slap your ass, and then you touch your nipple. And you're like,
Yeah,
"Hey."
can't wait to start this job.
oh my god. That's so.
It was so bad. I was like, oh my god.
What do you mean you slapped your own ass? How?
Literally,
I understand
it
your
all
hand
happened.
was
And
limp.
it was so much quicker than how I just told it. So imagine just a normal handshake, and then I was just like,
Why?
I don't know. I thought we were done, so I've relaxed.
I get
And
that.
then
You
I've
relax.
gone-
But you still hold your arm weight.
But because in my head, I'm like, I turn. You
fucked up.
Yeah. I'm like, in my head, I turn at 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, and then I turn, but he still had my hand. So my arms relaxed.
Why did you turn?
I'm
Why did
not-
you go to walk away before you would disengage from the handshake?
Just said, "You like this bad boy?"
Well, what do? Just keep a stern, steady shake
Until-
all day
No, then you
until
let
someone
go.
gives up.
No, you can both you don't walk away while you're still holding hands.
Just ask, "Are we done here?"
We weren't holding hands.
You actually were.
No, you do this. You tickle
Because
the
if you
wrist
weren't
with your finger.
shaking hands because you'd gone limp, you were just holding hands.
The fact you were holding hands is gay.
Fine.
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 What do you mean? You weren't.
I'm a gay man.
Wait, no, you
I'm
weren't
a gay
shaking
man.
hands anymore.
You should have been elbow bumping
Yeah,
like
I
the rest
know.
of the world.
Yeah, so you were holding hands.
I guess we were holding hands.
Do you actually shake hands? Like when people go to shake hands, sometimes someone just grab and no one does the shaking
Yeah,
action.
I remember
'Cause
it used to be a
usually-
thing,
I'm a beta, and I just let them sort of shake. They
Always limp.
they Mexican wave my arm for me, and I'm like, I'm just along for the ride.
No, I do a shake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But some people do shake. Some people do the the jolt shake.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I just do a firm squeeze and a jolt sort of thing.
okay.
And you can judge people
Yeah, I don't think I.
on how hard they squeeze. People are like, you squeeze hard, and
You
it's
and
like,
Jake were having a hand squeezing competition the other day
We had a
too.
full jiu-jitsu match on Thursday on site.
sounds like every day.
It was pretty nuts. Except I was on the phone the same time, the site supervisor called, and I'm like, fuck, I have to get it. And he's just trying to put me in an arm bar, and I'm trying not to giggle.
I don't know how you guys touch each other so much, and you're cool with it.
I can get.
I hate people
that's
touching
fine.
me. How come you guys don't touch me? What's
Maybe you need to slap your ass more.
yeah, man.
Yeah, that's probably what.
No one shakes me.
I had a show on Tuesday night, and the last guy.
Watch me make him laugh.
I remember that.
So what happened to your show?
So the last guy that got up is a gay man, and he's pretty funny. I've seen him around, and he runs his own rooms.
Why can't he just be a man?
he is just a man in my eyes, but I have to say that for this story. So his closing bit. So it was in at South Bank, and halfway through his set, I see this crazy lady, and she's full crackhead spec, and she's just got baggy singlet, backpack, everything, and she's full got like the head roll and like the tongue and shit.
What, mething out?
Yeah,
Or has she just got a condition?
I don't know. That's the thing. We couldn't determine whether she had a mental condition or whether she was cracked out. Either way, I thought it was funny. Everyone else thought it was
I'd
serious.
shake her hand.
So halfway through his set, I peer over and I can see her going mental across, like screaming out. And then by the time he got to the end of the set, everyone's attention was on her. And his last joke, he closes on opening up like a gay zoo.
Okay.
It's pretty funny how he does it. But anyway,
Yeah.
she comes over just as he finishes, and she randomly, I don't know if it's the only animal fact she knew, but she just starts screaming, and she's like, "Bats are nocturnal," and everyone's like, "Okay," and she just kept screaming it, and she's like, "It's not funny," and everyone's like, "Okay," nobody's laughing,
No, but we are.
and the MC got up to start closing the show. And as he's closing it, she goes up and starts trying to grab the microphone off him, and she's like, "I got next."
Oh,
And
I would have given it to her
Yeah.
straight up.
And he's like, oh, he's trying to like obviously wrap the show up and play it cool. And he's like, yeah, sign up on our Facebook page and we'll get you up here next week. Just trying to like completely diffuse it.
If she
Yeah.
turns up next week.
And then she's just going like nuts
kills.
again. Yeah, she kills way
Did
more.
you know sugar is in toothpaste?
But it was so bad. And then like the owners of the place had to come and like try and push her out. And she's just
Push
still.
her out.
Yeah, because no one wanted to touch her.
Why would they get rid of 50% of your audience?
No, this was a packed show. This was a good one.
How did she get in?
Well, it's an open venue at the South Bank, so anyone's sort of welcome. So she just strolled in,
Right.
but it was pretty nuts.
Not a cover charge.
And everyone, I felt bad because I'm like, oh, this is good, and everyone else is like, oh my god, this poor woman, and I'm like, oh.
That'd be so hard to like
You're
do
on
a
stage
set.
laughing.
Trying to do a set with that happening in the background.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. None of my punchlines are landing because no one's looking at me.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
Good shit.
How'd you go the other night at sit down?
Average.
Really?
Yeah, everyone did average, so I felt okay.
Okay.
Was it the Sit Down Comedy Club? Is that the big one?
Yeah, but it's just they do like open mic nights around pubs around Greater Brisbane, I guess.
It's not the actual
It was just like a super quiet night. Like everyone was laughing in their heads, and there was just one.
But not out loud.
Yeah, that's the worst part. Like you
So
can
you're on
look at
stage.
everyone's smiling, but no one's a loud laugher. And there was just one loud, like drunk lady.
you're trying to justify a bad joke by going, they're doing it in their heads.
I felt- yeah.
Doing it in there.
I'm just glad that like the first 5 people before me, like 3 of them run their own rooms, and then the other 2 I've like been on shows before, and they normally do well, and they just like couldn't break them.
Oh, really?
And then luckily, so I was just like, whatever it is, and just got up there, and I just basically went on autopilot, and then I was just like, all right, home time.
Is it getting easier now? So
Time.
Yeah, it's getting easier now.
you don't get too nervous before shows anymore?
Nah, all the shows this week were. Tuesdays was good. Yeah, I did 3 this week: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Thursdays was pretty, like the same sort of thing. It was at that karaoke bar again, and everyone there just wanted to do karaoke. So I was like,
Just don't take this.
Sorry, guys.
yeah. It's good because it's such a hard room though. So it's like, if I can somehow make them laugh, then fucking it must be funny.
Yeah.
So
You
I
just
like
get up
that
there.
room as like a practice room.
Start singing karaoke.
I should. But yeah,
It's pretty good.
thanks, Adrian.
It's all right, mate.
I'm still waiting for an invite.
Come to the competition final.
Can I?
It's like 2 hours away, so if
Yeah,
you really
you
want to
can.
make the drive,
I'll do it. I'll do it. We'll find babysitters.
come if you want.
Is it? Is that the Byron
I think
one?
that's the one I'm going to let Nikita come to.
Is she still not seeing you? No. Oh. The first joke, you're like, yes, I'm a fucking wife.
It basically is all about her.
Sit down.
No, I don't know. I'm just, yeah.
Where's that
People
one?
bring
Sunny Coast.
people bring their like wives and shit to their first ever time getting up, and I'm so glad I didn't do that.
Was it
Yeah,
bad?
So bad.
Yeah.
because they're either going to tell you
So
the
bad.
truth or lie to you.
I like turned around 2 times on the way to my first one. Yeah. I'm like, I can't do it.
Oh, I thought you meant on stage.
Yeah. I'm like, I got to turn around for a second. It was so bad, and I think my 5 minutes went. It was like 2.5 minutes because I was just like,
Sped through.
yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot all of it.
yeah. Nikita was showing me this thing the other day. I don't know. You guys are probably going to like it,
Fantastic.
but it was like this business thing, and she's like, I found this like cool new thing online, and it's like the most simplest thing because I like broke it down to her after she showed me, and she's like, it is a pretty simple idea, isn't it? So it's basically like a what is it? I think they're called the ugly fruit boxes.
Okay.
So it's fruit that Woolies and Coles and fruit shops think are too ugly to put on their shelves.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
That's kind of like the one in Waterford.
Well, at
They
Woolies,
get it-
what do they do?
at Woolies they have Odd Bunch, which is like all the
Really?
ones that are like weird shaped and shit, and it's cheaper.
Yeah, it was like $25 for a decent box of
Yeah.
shit.
Okay.
Oh man, go to that. Have you not been to
And
the
I
one in Waterford?
said to Nikita, I'm like, just go behind a fruit shop every weekend, and they've probably got all the rejected fruit, and then you just be like, I'll have it. So I'm like, this person's probably developed this like because their website looked mint.
Yeah.
So they're probably just going to their fruit shop, getting rejected shit, shoving it in a box for $25 and making
The thing about
profit
the
on everything.
Woolies one though is it's still like it's not fruit that's going to go off. It's
I
still
didn't know it was a thing.
It's just
It's
like
like
Woolies
odd
does it.
shaped.
Yeah, it's called the Odd Bunch.
Yeah, it's like odd shaped, like bananas that are too straight or something
So
like
how
that.
do you like get that? You have to like
No, it's like in
go
a bag
meet
on the
Craig in aisle
shelf.
12 and be like,
What do you
hey,
mean? No, it's not a bag.
I'm
on
here
sh-
for the odd bunch.
No, it's not a bag.
It's a secret
They're like
aisle.
got mandarins that are weird shaped and shit.
It's aisle 9 3/4.
Oh, you're a dickhead.
There's the fruit shop next to the Coles in
Yeah,
Waterford.
yeah.
Right? I think they just get all like shit that doesn't make it to Coles or whatever, and they'll have a box of avocados that are ripe for like $10, and there's like 30 of them. So you gotta like, well, you know when you were dropping off bananas to everyone in Queensland,
That's right.
that sort of shit. And like
that's
you can buy,
different.
you can buy like
It's different.
you buy like random boxes of shit. Like it would just be full of like just random veggies and shit.
Yeah, right.
But and it's like,
Actually, I think I have seen that.
This is odd. Like,
yeah, fuck yeah.
yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, carry on.
Random boxes of
Yeah,
veggies.
it's like it's real cheap and there's way too much for you to eat, so you gotta like split it. And yeah, like a lot of restaurants go there to buy their shit because you can buy it in bulk for cheap.
Yeah.
It'd be good if you had like,
Animals.
if you had guinea pigs again, you could just like fucking give them all your
Never
shit.
again.
Did I tell you we're fostering guinea pigs?
Really? How does that come about?
Fostering
Kids wanted
pigs.
guinea pigs. We're not getting guinea pigs again, so they can foster them. It's like a lady that does guinea pig rescue.
Oh, okay.
She has like 8,000 guinea pigs. It's not that many. It's like
So you're literally fostering chickens.
it's like 300 and something.
Not by choice.
Katie said if you have an odd chicken that doesn't fit in, she'll take it.
Oh, really?
I'm like, okay. And she goes, but it has to be fully grown because our chickens would probably kill it.
Nikita's trying to work out like
Even if
what
it's fully
color,
grown, it'll still fight it.
what color each chicken's going to be today. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like, we're getting rid of them.
Well, we got neighbours that their chickens always end up in our yard because the kids throw them over and they look the same. Hence why we put rings on them. And like they just
The ones with
chill.
one leg are ours.
My fucking parents have chickens. And then, so we don't eat the eggs that come from it
Why?
because my dad gives it all like the old, like food scraps and shit that they don't eat. But like most of the time it's like meat, like chicken and shit. So do you guys do that too?
No, but
Chickens
it'll be
eat
fine.
meat. If you throw like a mouse
Yeah, but
in
if
it,
you feed a chicken,
It'll be fine. It's not like that. It's
Oh,
fine.
yeah, I never
That's
thought
fine.
about that.
No, it's fine.
you just taste extra chicken.
It'll be fine. It's not like your chickens. It's not like inbreeding your chicken.
Isn't that what mad cow disease was? They were feeding beef to cows or something, or some shit like that.
But it's like a bug, essentially a parasite.
Humans could eat human.
they can.
No, actually, there's a disease.
It'll
That's,
make you sick. Yeah.
what's that called again? Is that is like an evolution thing?
I don't know. There was a story near my grandma's house. She always used to tell me when we drove past the house for some reason. But this lady got pissed off one day and she skinned her husband alive and then cooked his meat and fed it to her kids and shit and hung his skin over the fence.
Doesn't sound like a real story.
But no, it's real. It was like
Oh, it was like in the news and shit.
Yeah. I forget the town, but it was in New South Wales.
Does she hang out at the comedy club now? That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, fucking oath. Women. Can't trust them, mate.
Yeah.
My dad's best mate, he...
You never know when they're going to skin your life.
Yeah, so he... Because Dad moved up here from Gundawindi, and he got a new girlfriend or wife or whatever she was at the time. I hadn't seen this guy since I was a kid. Anyway, we had to go to his funeral because he fell asleep on the couch and she just came up and cut his throat while he's asleep.
Holy fuck.
Hectic, eh? Anyway, yeah.
Did she eat
Story of a... Oh, what the fuck is this? Oh my God. Story of Australian woman who skinned and cooked her partner to be told in film. Here we go. Hunter Valley. See, it's a fucking true story. My nan never lies.
Wow.
She's the nan that sang that, spoke that embarrassing poem at my wedding that everyone found hilarious.
I have no idea what you're
Oh,
talking
that
about.
rings a bell, but I can't remember
Yeah.
what it was.
It was just about my dick the whole time.
Fantastic.
Lee Nancy.
Lived in a seemingly ordinary life until the day she stabbed John Price 37 times and mutilated him in their own home in Aberdeen. Boom.
37 times.
Respect. Yeah, that's a lot, eh?
That's all sorts of fuck.
So you guys had so I did this like one of the courses I did.
Oh, wait. My nan did lie.
Why?
His skin was hanging from butcher's hooks in the lounge room, not on the fence.
Ah, and it was, and she said 38 times.
Yeah, come on.
Fuck, she exaggerates. Man. Like, typical Nan.
I did the CSI course thing, which is like basic forensic stuff, theory and whatever. And one of the things was on like a really introductory level to like the legal system and like definition of terms and stuff. And they went through like court cases in Brisbane, and there's so many like murder, like events of murder and like crazy shit that you'd see in movies that happen in Brisbane, and
Yeah.
like I never even thought of, like you don't think about it happening.
Yeah. Well, I'd imagine it'd be like everywhere, every day sort of thing.
I lived down the road from, remember like, was it probably 6-7 years ago, the schoolgirl went missing from Marsden School.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Talia or whatever.
Yeah,
What was her
yeah.
name? Talia?
Something like that, yeah.
It was a weird name. Yeah, she was a
I had like
foster.
4 Talias in my grade.
No, it's not Talia. It's like,
Talia.
I had one chick in our grade that was called Talia. And it was like, so close to Talia.
anyway, she went missing. She was a foster kid.
Nana.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started with T. I keep telling your story. I'll get the
Yeah,
name
oh,
up because I know it's going to annoy you.
So I'm pretty sure the mum started trying to sue people for naming their kid because it was spelt weird as well. And people started, because it was so famous or whatever,
You can't.
Yeah.
started like stealing, well not stealing, but using that name. And she's like, that's a name I made up, and tried to like,
So
what was her name?
is that the girl?
I don't know.
I think it was her. Logan teen missing. No, she was murdered by the foster dad.
Yeah.
Because his son got her pregnant and she was like 14 or something. And so he was trying to protect his son. So they killed her.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they...
Tiali.
Talia.
Yeah, Tiali Palmer.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You guys sound so
Fuck. I'm
going to call you Tony.
I saw a story about this guy this week too. Maybe I
Him.
took a screenshot. Yeah.
Him. Yeah, so he tried to kill himself before the cops got him, but they saved him. He was in a coma.
Oh,
and shit.
yeah, that's what I read.
And then his son went to prison because he was 18, and then he got the fucked out of him. And then he's out now. His son's out. He was like some pretty boy who went to prison for pedophilia.
I remember why I took a screenshot, but I'll tell you this later.
Yeah, but he yeah, that's crazy. And so because for ages they were trying to like find out what happened to her, because I think they found the body or whatever. It was like dumped,
Yeah.
and then they ended up catching him by tracing back to a car that he had sold to somebody. They found the car and then like swabbed the boot and found like DNA and shit. And so when they found out that who it was and shit, I was driving out of where we used to live, and like just down the road, there's cops there and fucking they're fingerprinting the outside of this house, and there's like news crews and shit. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And then on the news, I'm like, holy shit, that was where it happened, like down the road.
Oh, really?
So creepy, man.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked, eh?
It's weird. Like, you see this shit all the time, but when it's close to you, it's like
Yeah.
a reality. I got a close friend, whose dad's in a band, and like they used to practice next to us. I won't go into too many details. And the drummer, really cool dude.
Yeah.
He's
I have worked out how to beep shit, so
Okay.
I
I know
a bit
what
more
he says.
comfortable.
Anyway, so the drummer, it was at the start of COVID. Their son had a breakup, and he lived down New South Wales, but he had to come up here to live with them, and he beat them to death with a fucking hammer. But
Really?
both his parents, yeah. And then got a phone call. I was like, she told us. I was like, holy fuck! Like the drummer of her dad's band just fucking. I was like, I could not believe that
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it's the people you least expect.
Fucking COVID.
Are we trying that? You're not opening it.
Oh, whatever. Do you want to try it tonight?
Absinthe.
No, it's not absent. Well, I don't know. If you don't want to open it, then it's fine. But I
Do you want
just
to try
saw
it next
there.
week?
Yeah.
Because I just filled this with more whiskey, and I don't feel like slamming it.
Why?
But you can try it tonight if you want.
No. I'll wait.
You can open it.
No. I'm waiting for you.
I don't even know what it is.
Do you want me to get it or not?
No.
Okay. Then
You've
drop
got
it.
You've got a lot of
Actually, yeah.
absinthe to drink by the end of the year.
Yeah, can you get it? I just want to read it.
Yeah. Let's have a New Year's
get it.
special where I'll
Yeah,
just
thanks.
finish that bottle.
Oh my god. Will you just skull it and then throw up instantly?
I like the bottle.
My mum randomly bought it for me, and then I showed
That's
it.
cream.
I showed Adrian, and he's like, "Oh my god!"
What is it?
Okay, so see that one that says Galliano Amaretto on it?
Yeah, gross.
What do you mean gross?
Have you ever had
What
that?
do you mean?
Galliano.
We had this
That-
talk. That's
yeah.
not the licorice one.
Oh, yeah, I hate the licorice one.
No, you will like that one. Actually, maybe not. It's probably too sweet for you.
Have you guys seen those bottles you can get now of wet pussy shots?
Yeah.
Have you
Pussy
had
comes
it?
in a bottle?
No, but I don't think like bottles.
Yeah, like a bottle like this.
I know there was like this would have been
you can get
a
like
long time ago, but there was like cowboy shots in a bottle and like all these different things in
yeah
a bottle.
Yeah.
Why did you get it?
Nah, but I want to because when I used to go clubbing, that's like what I would get all the time. Yeah, here.
Remember episode 1?
Yes. Okay. Did you find out about what happened?
No, he
there?
wasn't here. It was Matt that was here.
That's right.
I'm
So
totally
I looked into it a little bit deeper.
Is this
I
the
was just picking-
Smirnoff?
Yeah, the
Cruisers.
vodka cruiser
Oh,
fucking
vodka
Magnum bottles.
Yeah, like the 8 litre
Yeah,
fucking.
so they just chose like 3 or 4 people to win the bottles.
It was like
so
yeah.
they're
Oh,
not just
You can't buy it.
Yeah, so
What we can do though is I'll buy 3 cases and we can fill up a big bottle.
could make our own.
but anyway, I'm gonna buy some of this.
No,
Why?
terrible.
Sourpuss.
Yeah, that's you.
Sourpuss watermelon. Fuck yeah. It's gonna
Did
be
you
sick.
remember that time I proposed that I would get like an eyedropper and I'd get a drop of everything
Yeah.
and I'd
I
have
don't
a
think
shot
you
of
went
it?
that specific about you've added the eye.
You said I want to add a
You
little
just
bit.
said,
in
I
of
wonder if we
thought
mix all these bottles together.
Yeah, well,
That's good.
I thought of that just then. I'm like, how would I get it
Hmm.
right to make a shot? But
You can't.
I'd have to open every bottle and then every bottle would just be.
You said that as well at the time.
Yeah.
Did you allow me to do that?
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Okay, I don't drink right.
We have.
Nah.
Do you think you'll ever drink again?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had.
Yeah.
Fucking.
He already told us when.
Yeah.
It's just not. We're not privileged
know.
enough
Yeah, I'm
for
not a
it.
psycho.
Yeah, I know. Not good enough.
I have. Mom just came back from overseas and when she went through customs, I was like, get alcohol.
Yeah.
And so she did. She got a Jameson's that's finished in a stout cask. So it's like aged in a whiskey cask and they finish it in a beer cask.
Yeah. Did you send a photo of that the other day? I think you might have sent me a photo of that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. After I was.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I want to. At the time when we went on the cruise, obviously I didn't take advantage of it. I just got like a litre bottle of Smirnoff or
Yeah.
something, and I'm like, fuck, I have to go on another.
Well, you wouldn't
cruise
have
to get
known at the
duty free.
time,
Yeah.
yeah. And it would have been, wait, how long ago was that? It would have been like not so
Ages
bad.
ago. Maybe like 8 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then they confiscate it until you get back to Brisbane. Yep.
Did they?
Yeah, They're like, you have to give all your alcohol before you get back on the boat, and then we'll put it into storage.
What if I drink it all first?
Yeah, should have.
Oh,
But
what
I
if you
guess-
had a...
Well, it's so that they can keep their alcohol costs up on the boat, I guess.
Right.
Because if I've got a litre bottle of Smirnoff, then they're not making money.
Right. Well, you bought it on the way onto the boat when you left?
No, so you buy it at Vanuatu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got a massive alcohol shop that's duty free there. So
That's interesting. I never thought about it. Like, where would they...
Yeah, so I got a litre bottle of Smirnoff and then something else I've got over there. I don't remember what. Something. But yeah,
What?
just
I
before
feel like you want to say something.
go.
I actually wasn't listening to you.
I see.
I was just
I see- I
daydreaming.
see-
What the fuck are you talking about?
I see you read your next topic.
No, I was just like
Oh, okay.
saying shit.
Sorry, I was boring.
I was bored. Legitimately bored.
Zoned out.
You want to talk about coffee?
Yeah. Oi,
Yeah.
I bought coffee today.
What?
What
In a
coffee?
mug. Just instant. I'm an instant guy.
What
I don't like
instant-
that fancy
what instant
fucking coffee machine
What
shit.
instant coffee?
Um,
I spent like
what's the main one? Not the one starts with M.
Nescafe.
No, the other one starts with M.
Moccano.
Moccano.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. When you
You know, what,
they have numbers on them, right?
Yeah.
When you
They have numbers on them,
yeah.
and it's like the strength, but I'm not sure if it's the taste strength. Like it says the
bitterness,
roast.
the boldness or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, does that mean like the more caffeine, or does it just mean like the how much it fucking?
Well, like instant coffee is just dehydrated coffee, right? So they boil the coffee and brew the coffee, and then they take all the water out of it
Yeah,
and dehydrate it, and then you're just rehydrating when you put hot water back into it.
yeah.
So when they brew the coffee, then however they brew it will be whatever strength it is, or
Okay,
boldness or bitterness or whatever.
because I always buy like 12, which is like the most brutally tasting one. Because I hate having a coffee that doesn't taste fucked. Like it needs
So
it needs to be
that's
like
such a coffee drinker's answer.
yeah, like you know, like if you had this, you'd be like, this is fucking
Yeah, I can't do it.
dark matter.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can like have a iced coffee if I have to.
I was gonna bring you guys one of the ones in the can, but I forgot.
Are they good?
I'm gonna be honest, I drank
I
it.
feel like it'd be weird
No,
drinking
it's-
out of a can as well.
But it's just it's like just black coffee,
It
right?
just tastes like watered down straight coffee.
Watered down straight coffee. The thing is, I bet it doesn't taste like watered down straight coffee, but it's the coffee that you
I've
like.
just destroyed my tongue.
Yeah. I spent I don't know how long looking at all the different freeze dried coffees, trying to figure out what was the best one. And weirdly, like the highest rated one was the Coles brand one.
Oh, true.
right.
Yeah, I don't know why. But yeah, it was like the Coles brand, just home Coles brand one is like rated highly in terms of.
So, do they categorize them in caffeine levels? Like, can you get weak caffeine coffee? Is it just it's either got caffeine or doesn't have caffeine?
I don't know. You
I don't
Because
know.
you can get
You get-
decaffeinated, I guess.
Yeah.
How do they decaffeinate coffee?
no idea.
I've got a coffee tree at home.
do you really?
Yeah. And I've like picked all the berries once and like peeled them all, did them all properly, so they're ready to roast. I just haven't gotten to it.
Do they
still
grow in berries?
Yeah.
I thought they were beans.
Oh yeah, so they look like just red berries,
Yeah.
and you peel off the red shell, and then inside is like a husk, and then you got to dry that out, and you got to like peel off the husk. It's a fucking ordeal, but you got like a machine that you can. I think it
Yeah,
like
yeah.
shakes, it vibrates them real fast, and the husks like break off,
Yeah, right.
and then you got to let them sit, like air them out and shit, so they go dry, and then you roast them, and then you make coffees,
Interesting.
grind them up and shit. which I-
Then you let your dog eat it and shit it out, and then you roast it.
Wait, that's a thing. Cats, they do it with cats, don't they?
Yeah, yeah, there is something like that. The most expensive coffee in the world is shut out by an animal. It might be cats.
I agree that it has to be expensive because imagine having to pay the cunt to fucking sift those beans out of shit.
There's worse jobs.
They don't sift it out. They just let the cat shit in the pot, and they brew it, and then you drink it.
Wait, when you feed chickens certain foods and shit, does that
This is a really chicken-based podcast.
fuck with their eggs? Like if I fed them,
Yeah.
say if they were eating something fucked up, I shouldn't eat the eggs.
It's not that it makes.
That's what I said about my dad. He feeds them like
Not that.
everything.
Not that, but just like their diet will be bad. And like, you know how some eggs you get, you'll crack the shell and it's like super soft. The shell's super
Oh
soft.
yeah, I had one like a rubber
Yeah.
shell. I was like,
Maybe
what
not-
the
maybe
fuck?
not
It
rubber.
was legit like thin paper. Like that's
Yeah.
how it was just undeveloped.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna
Yeah,
eat this.
it's
And
just
it's
like-
stunk.
The chickens haven't laid today. I'm just going to reach up and grab it out inside.
Apparently, it's like a
I'm
calcium
just gonna
deficiency.
squeeze a chicken.
hello. Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so we make our own dog food, right? And it's like rice, veggies, and tuna. We make a big vat of it and then divide it. Anyway, so the dog's shit, and it's still just like it looks like
still
kind of
rice,
shit
veggies,
with rice and veggies. Like it doesn't digest properly; it just goes through them.
Yeah.
Anyway, when the dog's
So you
shit,
should make them something different.
the chickens sprint across the yard and just demolish it, just eating like the rice like the rice and the veggies out of it. I think, oh yeah, we eat those eggs.
But you know how you just said like you're giving them the vegetables, obviously because you want them to have the nutrients of the vegetables.
Not really, it's just a filler.
The rice is the filler, but why do you put veggies in it though?
just to fill it. I don't know. I suppose they.
Otherwise, why would you
does
not just
something.
put rice in it? It's not just to fill it. You put veggies in it because you want them to
Well,
get
to make-
something good out of the veggies.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know.
But then if they're just shitting it out, you need to put something else in because they're not getting anything good out of it.
the main thing is the tuna, because like we put fuckloads of tuna in
Right.
there and then mix it all through and then we cook it all as one, and so it's like it's more taste, I guess. Like I don't know. Stop making me think about it.
I
got to think about it.
I
Now
had a
that
guy at my last work that used to take a day off every month to make dog food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
really?
It's
Yeah.
too much time. Just go
It
to a
takes
place
a
that
while.
makes dog food.
He'd
We
like
used
go
to
to
do
the
it with
butcher.
mince, but-
He'd go to the butcher and pick up fucking whatever he needed, half a cow, whatever.
Yeah.
And then he would be like, all right, I need fucking the 25th off because I'm cooking dog meat all day.
Why can't you do it on the weekend?
Should have asked.
You got his number? Or?
Yeah, give him a call now.
Yeah.
Prank him.
Hello, I'm selling you the dog meat.
This I think is like it says creamy, so I think it's like the Bailey's version of that. So
I
don't
see
know.
it has a use by date, so we are going to have to drink this one, aren't we?
I
goes
think you
off
would. I think you will like the other one better, and I want to go get a bottle so you can compare it to that because I think it's better than
To the Galliano.
Yeah,
So what's this one? Smooth.
Disaronno, but I think it says creamy with the flavor of Disaronno. So I guess it's like
I don't like creamy
that's
shit.
what I said. I don't think you'll like.
We'll give it a go. We'll give it a go next week.
Keen.
Keen Ash.
Yeah,
He said yeah. He
You're
won't.
going to drink next week.
I'm bored again.
I wasn't listening.
It's probably about time to call it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold out.
No.
I got a friend's wedding, so I'm like, I'm just trying to be healthy for a bit.
Interesting.
Yes. So it's a great way to stay in shape.
What the hell did you just say?
It's a Family Guy reference. You wouldn't get it.
I like Family Guy.
Not enough.
Huh? No.
Anyway, let's do some
What do you reckon?
tricks.
We're calling it there?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
See ya.
Don't go chasing waterfalls, everyone.
Oh my god, you're a dickhead. Don't. Are you going to try something every fucking time?
Something will stick and it would be. Is that your sign?
How long were you holding that in for?
thought of it.
No, you didn't.
reason.
You practiced.
When I was reading the back of this,
You wanted to end this podcast from the start just so you could say it.
all afternoon I'm sitting in here
Do you
going,
know? I turned to because you said, "All right, should we end it?" You said, "Should we end it?" Say, "Okay, bye." I looked at you and with this glint of like excitement and hope in your eye.
Say it again. Say it sincerely, though.
Go, give us the sign off.
All right, well, let's call it a night.
All right,
Anyway,
cool. See ya.
I can't.
sing it.
Don't go
Sing
chasing waterfalls, anyone.
Fucking sing it.
Anyway.
A better man.
All right. See you later. Fuck
See
you.
ya.
Don't feed your chickens bad things.